What's going on, everybody? It's been a bit since I've hopped up onto YouTube, and I figured I would give a little bit of an explanation on why that is. So, there are a couple of reasons. The main one being the fact that I am working on another cybersecurity startup. This one I've actually finished like most of it. I was planning on launching it this Wednesday. That's not going to happen for a couple of reasons that I'll get into a little bit later. But this video is more meant to kind of introduce the idea of the startup, kind of tell you where I've been, what I've been working on, different things like that. So let's get started. So the startup is called GrabbrApp. The idea of it is that it is currently an absolute pain in the ass to grab information about malicious infrastructure. The way that I have done it before is if I've got a given domain that I know is hosting some bad malware or something like that, I would open up a special burner laptop. I would then start up a VM on that burner laptop. I would then connect to a VPN through that VM, grab the stuff, pull it onto an external drive, then pull that onto my analysis machine, and then it's just all an absolute pain in the ass. It's really difficult, and everybody's got a different workflow. I'm not even necessarily saying that that in itself is the best workflow. I just know that everybody else's workflow is also really slow and tedious and annoying. So the idea behind GrabbrApp is essentially to use single use or VPSs that are used only a couple of times in order to grab malicious samples or information about given C2 infrastructure, pull it down, analyze it a little bit, and present it to the users. I'm thinking something kind of similar to VirusTotal, except for infrastructure instead of malware. But I'm probably going to do some malware stuff later on down the line. We'll get into that when, I actually launch the thing. So as you can see on this page, I was planning on launching it May 17th, which is in 2 days. I wrote up a blog about this. I can pull that up real quick. Research.net. I wrote up a blog about this, but essentially, I probably could have pulled off some sort of launch by Wednesday. I don't think it would have been good. I think I have shirked my marketing responsibilities completely. Like, I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in like 3 months. I haven't written many blogs about it. I've neglected the newsletter that 20 people have signed up for. So marketing's just been completely down the drain. There are a lot of features that I really want to be present in the final product. It's not going to be the final product, but it's going to be a final product, like a launch-worthy final product. And those features were just not going to get finished. Or if they were going to get finished, there were going to be a lot of cut corners. I didn't want that. I was also starting to feel the burn from the time constraints in terms of like the code quality and the quality of the features that I was releasing for it. And there's no point in really me like pushing, because this is an arbitrary deadline. There's nothing about May 17th that's special. There's nothing happening on May 17th. I haven't secured any funding. I don't have any beta users, anything like that. Nobody's really depending on this yet. So there's really no point in me rushing it at all. So there really wasn't any point in pushing this arbitrary idea or this arbitrary deadline on myself to release a product that was going to kind of suck relative to what I think that it was supposed to be. And like I said, marketing. So I haven't worked on any blogs. I haven't talked about this hardly at all in public. I haven't made any YouTube videos about it. So I haven't marketed it. And this is a fairly expensive project. I mean, it's not just going to blow up my cloud budget, but it's not cheap. So I kind of do need people to pay for it, and the only way to get people to pay for it is for people to hear about it and to use it and to give me their credit card information or give Stripe their credit card information. So there's no point in me like pushing this to a grand total of 0 people who have actually seen it. I really need to work on my ability to market and kind of my strategies for that and all of that. So I go a little bit more in depth in the blog, but I did kind of want to throw it up on YouTube, mainly because I haven't been on YouTube at all in like 3 months. I have a tendency to drop off and jump on, mainly because YouTube is a little bit time consuming. And whenever I want to dig deep on something like creating the startup, that's kind of one of the things that goes by the wayside. That said, now that I'm kind of refocusing on marketing and kind of giving myself a little bit more breathing room in terms of the timeline, I'm going to jump on, do some cool stuff. I've got a couple of videos in the works right now that I'm going to work on. So expect to see me a little bit more than you have been, i.e. like 0. And go check out GrabbrApp. Sign up for the newsletter, all that kind of fun stuff. You can do that on GrabbrApp.io. I'll obviously leave the link in the description and all of that fun stuff. You can check it out there. That's about it. Take it easy. Peace.